I spent a day at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, and our guide was the retired admissions director. He's a graduate himself. The first thing he wanted everyone in that room to understand, parents and students both, wasn't the scholarship or the rankings. It was this: don't apply here unless you're ready to serve your country. That's the whole thing. So if the Naval Academy is on your list, let's talk about what this place actually asks of you and what it gives back. About 4,500 midshipmen, roughly a third of them women, all in Annapolis, half an hour from DC without traffic. Around 8% get in, and yes, the SAT or ACT is required. There's no test optional door at a service academy, and every graduate owes 5 years of active duty. There are 8 students to every faculty member. Keep that number in your head because it shapes everything else. No matter what you major in at the Naval Academy, you graduate with a Bachelor of Science. An English major walks out with a BS because everyone takes calculus, physics, and chemistry. Plebe year, nobody's locked in. You spend that year figuring out your major while you get through a core that's heavy on math and science. The faculty is a deliberate mix of military officers and civilian professors teaching side by side. You get instructors who've actually served and scholars with PhDs, and that blend is the point, the best ideas from both worlds. They teach their own labs too, no teaching assistants, and if you're drawn to cyber, this is one of the best places in the country for it. The Cyber Operations Program is NSA designated, housed in a building named for Grace Hopper, a Navy Rear Admiral and pioneer in computer programming. Forget the idea of a summer off. Summers here are training. It starts with plebe summer, 6 weeks of boot camp before freshman year even begins. After that, every summer puts your student somewhere real. There's a program called ProTrimid where they spend a week each with the surface fleet, submarines, aviation, and the Marines, so you're not guessing about what you want to pursue. By junior and senior summer, you're on actual ships and submarines, paired first with an enlisted sailor, then with an officer. Flight school, sub school, and SEAL training come after graduation. This is hands-on from the first summer. People are surprised the Naval Academy sends students overseas, but it does, with the goal of getting 500 midshipmen abroad. It's built around language. One midshipman on our tour spent 2 weeks in South Korea, including nights at the Korean Naval Academy. You can study a language and then go live it, training alongside allied navies. It's not a semester of sightseeing. It's immersion with a purpose. Everyone lives in one building. It's called Bancroft Hall, Mother B, and it's the largest dormitory in the country. All 4,500 midshipmen, family-style meals, 12 to a table. Because most students are far from home, every one of them gets sponsor parents, local families who give them a home base, a home-cooked meal, a place to do laundry. The athletics are serious too. 36 Division I teams, one of the biggest programs in the country. And the traditions are real, not marketing. The greased climb up the Herndon Monument, the Army-Navy rivalry, a goat named Bill. Ask any graduate and they'll tell you the people are what made it. This is the part that sets the Naval Academy apart. You don't graduate and go looking for a job. You graduate as a commissioned officer in the Navy or the Marine Corps on day 1. In November of senior year, you select your path. Surface ships, submarines, aviation, special warfare, the Marines. The commitment is 5 years minimum, longer if you fly or go into medicine. About 90% finish in 4 years, one of the highest rates anywhere. Whatever you do later, you carry that leadership credential for the rest of their lives. Now the money, because I know that's the question. The Naval Academy is a full scholarship. Tuition, room, board, medical, all of it covered. Midshipmen are actually paid around $1,275 a month, and they graduate with 0 debt. But hear me on this, parents and students both. Free is not the reason to come here. The price isn't money. It's 5 years of your life in service to the country, and more if you fly or become a doctor. I'll be blunt because this one matters. Admissions here has seen students who were pushed to apply use their own essay to beg not to be admitted. Sit with that for a second. If the only appeal is a free degree or upholding a family tradition that your student isn't interested in, this is the wrong school. The director said it plainly. Don't apply if you're not prepared to serve. Getting in works differently here, and the hardest part isn't the grades. Your student needs a nomination, usually from a U.S. Senator, your representative, or the Vice President. Most students are eligible for several, and the director's best advice was to go meet your congressman early, as a junior, because almost nobody does. On the academic side, the middle 50% lands around 1,200 to 1,440 on the SAT, 25 to 32 on the ACT, and the test is required. Then there's a fitness assessment and a medical exam. The application closes January 31st. It's long, and a lot of strong students quietly give up halfway through. Finishing it is half the battle. What stayed with me was who gave the tour. The most recently retired director of admissions kept coming back to service. Everything here is earned, not handed over. Plebes can't even use the shortcuts on the sidewalks until they've earned them. And the community is deep, all the way down to those sponsor families. We were there just days after astronaut Jim Lovell was laid to rest in the cemetery, and you could feel what this place means to the people who belong to it. So here's my honest take, and it's for both of you, parent and student. The Naval Academy is a remarkable place for the right one. The student who wants to serve, who wants to lead, who's looking for challenge instead of comfort. But be clear-eyed. This is a military commitment, not a free degree. And the 5 years after graduation are real. Parents, this can't be your dream alone. Students, you have to want this for yourself. Don't apply unless you're ready to serve your country. If that's you, this might be one of the best decisions you ever make. If you want to talk through whether it fits, that's what I'm here for. Reach me at sayyes2college.com. That's college strategy without the panic.